Good morning, everybody. Vaughn here with the Vonster vlog, and heaven help me. Okay, the groceries are here, and I've got some helpers to help me put all the groceries away. Randy helped me carry it in, but we are filling up this pantry the rest of the way. We are battening down the hatches for winter. Let's get started. Before putting all of this into the pantry, we are going to get it pre-sorted. So, ta-da! Yeah, no, if only that easy. Let's get an inkling of what actually happened. Whenever I'm stocking up, I try to keep 1 to 2 years worth of any given product, depending on its shelf stability. I try to keep 1 to 2 years of it in stock in a working rotation. So that means that I don't just buy groceries, once every 1 or 2 years. That would cost an arm and a leg, and then I'd be, eating 2-year-old beans at the end of the 2-year cycle. So what I do is whenever we use up, like 4 to 6 cans worth of beans, just next time I need to order, fresh milk or other things that are perishable, I'll go ahead and restock what we've used, and that way, we still have that really nice buffer. And that way, if we have a couple of slow months or something like that, and we're not able to fully restock, we can do what we can and still have a well-stocked larder, pretty much. So far, everything that was supposed to be here is here, with the exclusion of our cream of mushroom. We're supposed to be I haven't checked if I just ordered wrong or what, but they're the little cans instead of the big cans. Well, Hazy dog. So now I'm going to get everything loaded into the cabinet, which is the fun part, because it's going to be really interesting to see how it fills up. Yeah, it is, baby. It is. Okay, getting cabinet doors nice and wide open. Whenever I'm stocking the pantry, I try to keep like with like, and I'll take you through on a not voiced over tour here in a sec, but I just have like all of our legumes in one area, like actually in one whole shelf, with the exclusion of a couple of cans of sliced beets, and then most of all of the tomato products or sauces on the next shelf down, and then the third shelf down is all of our stocks, soups, and canned meats that aren't home canned. So the way that I'm doing this is any dented cans are getting set towards the front. I pay attention to the expiration dates and move the older stuff forward. So now I can go like this, and you can always check. I need to get into the habit of just writing where it's visible on the front. For the expiration dates, but this seems to be working out because I only maintain a year or two of a pantry, and whenever I restock, I assess what we used in the past year to determine whether or not we even need to get more of that anyways. Like sweetened condensed milk, I did not use half of what I thought I would, so I don't need to restock. I'll just keep moderating, yeah, our usage of it and kind of see where it goes from there. I was really hoping to be able to figure out a way to make like a sugar-free sweetened condensed milk. I know it's not going to be the same at all, but if there's, if there's a will, there's a way. We can figure something out. Okay, guys, it is tour time. So, we have beans. And I've got 2 rows of black beans because I really love them. And then this section here is for just the odd. We don't really use a whole lot of pizza sauce. Got some sliced beets, some more black-eyed peas, and some refried black beans. A whole row of sweet peas. 3 rows of canned corn. Some of them are fire roasted. It's like this whole one's fire roasted, and for the most part, is just whole kernel sweet corn. I like that flavor. Our green beans, these palmini heart of palm noodles. We've got protein powder that I'm not going to be restocking that, but we have it. Barbecue sauces, nut butters. I'm phasing out the Nutella because I'd like to start making my own that doesn't have any sugar added to it. Oyster sauce, sesame sauce. Same thing with the sesame sauce. Phasing that out so we can do something without sugar. Mayonnaise, just because sometimes I don't feel like making my own. Pesto, julienne cut sun-dried tomatoes, tomato paste, fire roasted diced tomatoes in garlic, diced tomatoes in basil, garlic, and oregano. So gotcha. Yeah, I had gotten 2 different brands of tomato paste, you guys, because I hate that the cans do not stack inside of each other. And used to, I could put the cheaper, it's like 11 cents cheaper for the store brand than it is for Hunt's, I think. So I'd put the cheaper stuff on bottom, and Hunt's used to have, or one of them, whatever brand it was, would have the rounded bottom to where it would sit comfortably into the top of the other. And paying that extra little bit was nice. Like, it's a luxury, but I really hate this because I'm always knocking them over. Anyways, I like to use the fire roasted diced in like whenever I'm doing like taco bowls and stuff, but I like using the basil, garlic, and oregano in like pasta dishes. And then petite diced tomatoes. We've got using up the canned gravy, and then we've got Alfredo sauces, pasta sauces, which again, when I when I spend the time and energy to home grow tomatoes, I don't really want to, I want to eat them fresh because it's so hard to find good fresh tomatoes at the store, whereas it's so, like, all the work and processing time, it's much more affordable to just buy canned stuff. So while we're on limited acreage, I have to prioritize things kind of like that. Phasing out the store-bought stock and switching over to just using our own. Chicken nuggets. I know it's so bad for you guys, but I don't care, because whenever Randy and I are sick, we'll just crack one of these open and eat it, like, just out of the can. Like, if it's really bad. I prefer it cooked with some water, but it's convenience. Cream of chicken, cream of mushroom, which I had meant to get the, what size are these? 22 ounce, 22.6 ounce cans, but here I am with the 10.5. But look at how easy, like, I could fit a whole nother other cream of mushroom on top of here. So I think we may do, or the cream of chicken on top of the cream of chicken. So I'm going to get 5 more cream of mushroom because I won't have the height here, but that's okay. Our last little bit of sweetened condensed milk that I really only use for making cheesecake, Randy's sister's cheesecake recipe. Evaporated milk, which I like to use for baking instead of using our drinking milk. Spam all the way back. Clams all the way back. Clam chowder, baby. And then tuna. We really like tuna. We eat it probably once or twice a week. Sometimes more, sometimes less. And then we've got the last remnants of cobweb covered freeze-dried food that is pretty good but hella expensive. Some canned fruit, both home canned and store canned. Some coffee, some vegetable shortening, another thing of coffee, some soy sauce. So yeah, that is this pantry. Up top in here we have some dried mushrooms, some tomato powder, some dried instant rice, like homemade instant rice, some nutmeg, some, I don't even know what that is, dehydrated and vacuum sealed carrots. So I had to take a little bit of a break because we did our morning premiere, but now I wanted to show you guys the rest of our food stores because I am gearing up and building up towards finally, actually after a year of working on it, finally releasing the Practical Preppers Pantry like free PDF that we're giving to our channel members. And then I'm going to be guinea pigging you guys basically to be like, okay, tell me everything. Tell me your thoughts, like what we need to like include or maybe remove or elaborate on. Like y'all are our alpha testers. So let's get this flipped around. So this rack here is full of all kinds of shit. And it's not very well organized, but I'm going to start at the top. We've got the suet blocks for the critters. These need to go into a jar. I got the rest of this stuff because I keep that stevia in the jar over there. And then my nuts and some Fritos. I know that we're low carb, but like we gotta have a cheat something. So oftentimes when we have our chili, I'll put a serving because I feel like we can have whatever we want. We just have a serving of it, you know. Some garlic, the last of the little potatoes, and then I've got these bins because again we get like mice and stuff, and so we put it in the bins to keep it safer-ish. Microwavable popcorn, baking chips, and different things like that. Like we've got like all kinds of like Heath chips and brown sugar, some crackers, which really need to be in the cracker bin, but we'll get there. This is some, what is this? Oh, the low sugar variety. We got that for Maddie. I should put that in her care box because Brandy and I don't eat a whole lot of that. And then these were still left over from we got somebody else's groceries. I'm going to see if we can donate it to like the crisis center. Some diatomaceous earth, some more half-gallon jars all the way up. Like there's our cat food. Like this is the worst organized part of the kitchen. But just saying a lot because my kitchen is not very organized, like to start with. This is a whole bin of just tea, graham crackers. These are like, what is in here? Peanut butter pouches and mayonnaise that I steal from gas stations and like Five Guys and stuff. What else steal it? Like I show them, I'll get like a coffee and like 5 packets of mayonnaise from Casey's, and they're just like, whatever. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. Some more oatmeal. What are these? Cat treats. Cat treats. Rings, lid, like the flats, those things for canning, and then vacuum seal bags. We've got some fruit, some sweet potatoes. I don't even know if these apples are still good. Again, very disorganized. These are the 3 water bottles that I use for watering all of my houseplants. Some sugar-free cookie. I don't know. I might have some of those right now. Again, our little travel thing of like nut butters and mayonnaise and stuff. Carb balanced tortillas. Our s'mores bag for when we're having a burn. And I really like using these for making s'mores too. Just cause. Some bread that I need to give that to the chickens. And what's that? Ooh, some chai tea. Okay, well this is like saying tea, but anyways, yeah, I'll set that here. Our dehydrator, almond flour. What are you? Yep, there's some more oats that I need to get jarred up. Some stuff that fell in the back. These are Randy's cheat treat that he likes. The Martha White berry, like any berry flavor, as long as it's cheesecake muffin mix. He'll mix them together, like he makes 1 packet and he'll put it into the waffle iron, and it's amazing. So here's our loose leaf potatoes, like instant potatoes in a bunch of different flavors. Ramen, just remnants of whenever we were eating carbs all day every day. But we still have them because we'll have like 1 carby thing a day. And here's some beans and rice. They're really nice though because whenever the power's out or anything like that, all we have to do is basically add water, and this is all Camp Cook friendly. Then down here we have, oh, y'all want to see what's nasty? Is these things, the keto friendly cereal. They're terrible. I don't recommend them at all. But this is also our tuna helper box and like stuffing. Just more, all you have to do is add water and like some canned chicken or tuna helper or something. So here we have our baked goods box. A lot of keto friendly. They've got some stuff, but then I also have like an orange supreme cake, some Red Lobster, again just like leftover stuff. But what's in here? I guess this is our pasta that hasn't been jarred. Where are you? Oh, look at that. I've got another thing of the angel hair palmini, which is like heart of palm pasta. It's pretty good. We love that tortellini stuff. Well, hey, little Millie dog. Oh, it's a big yawn. Yes, it is. And then this is more, I need to dust these totes. This is more of our, what's in the back there? Let me see. Okay, so we have some cornmeal, some more flour, some instant milk, and then some more, so yeah, lots more flour. Now that I've got those extra half-gallon jars, I'll go ahead and get that stuff jarred up just so that it preserves it better. I gotta wipe this down. So I am going to say I prefer, even though you can fit more stuff in that one, I very much prefer this size of bin because that gets way too heavy and is just cumbersome. But might be great for like storing extra pasta or something that it's bulky but very lightweight, but don't fill it with like how I did with like, these 10 and 20 pound bags of flour. But yeah, so that is this section. And Randy's sodas, some other, so it really needs all this. All this needs organized. But we're working on it because I strive to have that level of organization everywhere in my house. You know how I was just talking about I want that level of organization everywhere in my house? Apparently I really like a challenge because this is our forge room and it's a flippin' disaster. But it's worse than what it looks. Look, I got one of those bins. So here we are. So this is the extension of our pantry. And I had shown you guys last week, we have our salt down here. We've got bulk overflow spices mixed in with some other stuff, like just some pipe cleaners and crafty stuff. Ooh, look at that little turn. I'm gonna have to make something with that. Oh my gosh, that's filthy. But again, I'm gonna have to make something with it. So anyways, so we have all of our home canned chicken, all of our home canned chili, some more chicken, our last lonely venison, and I need to get more of this cleaned up and out so that we can can a whole bunch of beef stew and store that in here as well. So over in here we have more almond flour, more powdered milk. This is all sugar. All of our beans and cornbread. This is our dry bean collection, which all of these have been hot dry canned. So what I do is I bring them up to temperature in the oven, and then it's like hot water bath canning, but you do it in the oven. I'll have to do a video on it with the next batch of stuff that we do, but it kills any like little mealworm eggs or anything like that and makes this very, very shelf stable. And so that goes all the way down. All of our flour was done like that. All of our rice was done like that, which we predominantly have like white rice, but we do have some of the brown and wild as well as jasmine rice. We've got some peas. So this is kind of our dry pantry. And this is the room that for the longest time before I had any sort of food in here was my airbrush booth, because there's a window there that I would open and have that fan directing stuff out, but now it's become a little bit of a catch-all, and I'd really love to be able to put in another deep freeze because our wiring for the house is like right here, so we could literally just do it like through the wall or through the floor into the basement that's over here, just whichever. We have a friend who used to be an electrician that helps us with this sort of stuff, and so we're going to be cleaning out this whole room and turning it into just pantry, because we may be able to get all of this stuff in there and then use this for either more pantry or craft storage. Or though actually it's just kind of where we store like all of our old paperwork and things too. So anyways, this is how it's going. Hey guys, so now that we've completed more or less the pantry tour, like I don't think I listed every single thing that we have, but that's because quite frankly, other than in that first cabinet that we filled up today, I haven't taken inventory and stock of everything. So we're working on that, but I wanted to share this. This is an amazingly beautiful day, you guys. We got our Millie dog. Millie, what are you doing? Hey Millie. Baby, what you stick in your mouth? But I wanted to show y'all our seed collection, because as much as I think it's a really good idea to have a fully stocked pantry, just because it's nice to not have to go to the store every single time I need something. You know, it's like I want to have my own store at home that I then get to replenish whenever it's our weekly shop day. Or actually it's getting to where it's like a bi-weekly shop day. But anyways, well, I think it's a good idea to have that. I think it's a better idea for especially, just concerning like the long-term food and everything, knowing and being able to grow my own and save my own seeds and things like that, I feel like is almost more important. Though it is really nice, especially with winter around the corner. And I can't even say that it's more important. It's situationally, some things may be more significantly, like, more important than others. But for the most part, everything's important. So I keep my seeds organized in 2 bins. This is our flowers, and this is our vegetables. So I was going to start and take you through just the whole list. My little Millie dog is keeping me company. And that's, I don't want to save, 10 years worth of a certain kind of food or something like that. But by growing and planting our own asparagus, that gives us an annual harvest, an annual return on these perennial crops. And so in different things like that can be pretty easy to save seeds from and things like that. It's, you just kind of, once you start growing it yourself, you may never have to buy it again. So then, here we have our asparagus. I tried to put these in alphabetical order, and I didn't know if I should do it alphabetically or if I should do it like by type. So now up next we have basil, which we have, again, we're on about 1/4 of an acre. And if there's something that's readily available at the store, I typically will not grow the same thing that I can just get at the store. I grow the stuff that I can't get at the store. So I really love a nice purple basil just because it's so pretty. Honestly, I'm going to have to taste test it side by side and see if I can notice a difference at all. But then the Thai sweet basil, oh my gosh, that's Randy and I's probably favorite flavor. It's so good in stir fries, and I certainly do like making stir fries. So those are our basils. We have some different variety of beans, and these are seeds that I've purchased for, now this collection's been ongoing. I've got some seeds in here that are from back in like 2014, but they still germinate, or did this year, so I'll keep using them till they're used up. But I don't mind buying seeds in the fall when they're on clearance, or maybe on sale, or at least free shipping or something, for planting in, some of these guys I'm going to be starting in January. But it looks like I plant these, I had plans to direct sow it April 10th. What year was this from? Kentucky Pole. These are sell by, where's the packaging? Packed for season 2011. Okay, we'll see if they grow next year. But I just like to be prepared for the following season. So we have our old beans that I'm going to try to use up are these Kentucky Blue Pole, the I'm not good at pronouncing that, but it's like a navy bean and a pinto bean. The shield figure. They're beautiful beans, and they grew really well for me when we lived in Tennessee, so that tells you how long we've had those. And then these are the guys that did not have a particularly great germination rate for me this year. Sell by 2018, so, Red Swan bush beans. We grew these back when we lived in Tennessee, but these were packaged for sale sell by 2023. Boom. And y'all, this isn't sponsored or anything, but I highly recommend Baker Creek heirloom seeds. It's rareseeds.com. They're actually, we drive through Mansfield every time we basically go anywhere from where we currently live in Missouri. But I've never gotten to stop. It's always outside of business hours. Whenever we pass through there, but I would love to go to like one of their festivals or something. But these seeds, a lot of them are grown and harvested for, you know, this distribution in Missouri. So I'm like, if it grows well and for them, it should grow well for me. But this whole bag was like maybe $3, and there's a solid amount of beans in there. Now, I've never gotten a better deal than what I get at my local feed store, where it's like 40 cents for like, you know, thousands of lettuce seeds. Like, I don't know, it's super affordable. But I mean, $2 got me maybe this full of beans, you know, from the big box store. So it is what it is. But we have the red swan bush, because again, I can get green beans, like green beans at the store. So I grow stuff that's different colors, so it's easy to harvest because I can see it. And these dragon tongue beans are really good. And then we're going to grow some more runner beans that we like to eat the way you would like a sugar snap pea. So just eating the whole thing, pod and all, raw, or in stir fries. And now, what next? We have Beets Battlestar Galactica. So I had tried this seed tape this spring, and I don't know if anything came of it, but then we also have these just beet seeds as well. But it was so dry that I think we just had a hard time. By the time I got the irrigation system in, it just wasn't any count. And now here we have our cabbages. We have a Chinese cabbage, which is like a Napa cabbage, and then a bok choy, a Canton bok, which those are old seeds too. This one's for 2016. Yeah, those are from 2016. So we'll see how they grow, but I'm not going to try to do cabbages in the spring anymore. I've done that enough years now that the heat gets to them, and I don't know, I think they'll do a lot better for us in the fall. And then carrots. Now, I've got my carrots, my parsnips, my everything in here. So here's a coated seed mix. Here's another rainbow mix. Here are, but yeah, this is from my local feed store, 35 cents for 2 grams. Like, and I've planted out of this, and there's still, I mean, a bunch of seeds in there. Rutabaga, turnip, but if I want specific variety of anything, the feed store doesn't really offer that. But yeah, I'm going to grow rutabagas. Look at these beautiful turnips, you guys. Oh my gosh. And then some beautiful, just pure, crisp, snow white turnips. Some parsnips, which I love. Some free seeds from Baker Creek for some carrots. So I'm going to see if we can't, on this bed here, because it's our deepest bed. It currently has kale and peas in it, but I'd like to add in the spring a couple of bags of sand to really loosen up that soil and plant carrots in there, and I think it'll do really, really well. We'll see, actually. I hope it'll do well, because I say that, but I've never successfully grown carrots, so maybe this year, maybe 2023 will finally be the year that I grow carrots. And then some cucumbers. Let's see what we've got in here. Which this year, cucumbers did not grow for me. They were terrible. It's fine. Well, wild cucumbers grew, but I didn't plant those. So that was like lucky. We got a burpless variety. We got the Beet Alpha. That was our free gift. Ooh, lemon cucumbers are so cute and yummy. I love them. And then just some Marketmore 76, just basic cucumbers. Cucumbers. And then some dill, which we have a bouquet and elephant variety. Just because, why not? And I'll probably get some more dill seeds in the spring from the feed store just because I love it. Ooh, and then these are This is from, when was this from? 2011. I think my friend Judy from the bank gave me these, and I've been holding on to them because it makes me think of her, but I really need to plant them. But so 2 different varieties of birdhouse gourds and then a Thai bottle gourd. I thought it'd be really cool to grow some of my own gourds on the greenhouse, because, okay, I say on the greenhouse, but there's like this structure back here that was a carport with like one of those fabric covered, like cloth covered carports, but we're going to be turning that into a greenhouse this winter. We have hopes to, and it's really just going to be a cool season greenhouse. We're not going to be able to, I don't know, we'll see, but I thought to provide shade for this, to make it, hopefully make it usable in the summer as well, if I grew gourds all over it, then like the leaves and stuff, I don't know, we'll see, won't know till we try. So, I'd had a friend years ago who grew dock in her garden, and it was delicious and beautiful. So I decided to try that again. We've got some red mustard, some chards, some kales that are beautiful. And honestly, I nibble on these. Randy doesn't much care for them, but they are mostly for me to just nibble on for fresh eating and like salads. And the chickens, because they love kale and any kind of greens. So anything I can grow for them makes me happy. I'm going to try to do leeks again. I've never been successful with leeks, and I really, really want to, because again, I can buy onions for super cheap, like super ridiculously cheap at the store. And quite frankly, I use mostly onion powder and like dehydrated minced onion anyways. But leeks are expensive at the store, and they're my favorite for making like leek and potato soup. Like Randy and I both prefer the flavor of leeks to just regular onion for most things. I'm gonna try growing lemongrass. I thought it'd be really cool. And then here we have, again, red salad bowl, 40 cents for 2 grams. And y'all, there's like still, there's a lot of seeds per gram. Because like this, to compare, this was 2.2 grams and it was $1.60. Now there are different varieties, but still, like Grand Rapids is not like a hard to find variety of lettuce. That's a good price. So check out in your area if you have feed stores. So we've got, and I got some Merlot for free. And then a winter variety. We've got some lettuce tape. There's the Merlot that I had purchased. And then the Marvel of the Four Seasons, like a red tinged. I went for lettuces that will do well through the winter, because I'm going to be starting seeds of these as soon as I get my indoor seed station set up, actually. And then be putting them out in the beds, because I've got some like old shower curtains and like greenhouse millimeter plastic that I'm going to be doing hoops over all the raised beds to try to, I figured I'd rather fight the cold temperature and try to get a harvest out of that than, you know, trying to fight the hot temperatures through the summer. Parsley, 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 parsley. I love parsley. Butterflies and caterpillars love parsley. My rabbits love parsley. Parsley. Like, I don't much care for cilantro, but we grow the hell out of some parsley. There we go. Lettuce, L-M-N-O-P. Ooh, on to our peppers. Now, all of these are very old. Oh my god. Packed for 2012 ground cherries. They're yummy, though. Then this one. Ooh, some orange peppers. I'm always disappointed from the peppers from the store. Oh, these ones were so good. The violet sparkler. Or sparkle. Ozark Giant. Ooh, the yellow monster. Large sweet Antuga. I'm not much of a spicy person. Quadrato DSD. Quadrato DSD, yeah. Another orange pepper. Spanish mammoth. Again, sweet peppers. Bull's horn. Yellow bullhorn. An orange bell. A sweet chocolate. Those are really good too. And then these, one of y'all actually sent to me, I think. They are, if you sent this to me, let me know, because I'm going to be growing them again this year. I didn't get a good harvest out of anything in the grow bags, but again, because of the heat. So I'm going to try them again next year, though, and see, because I do love, like, jalapeno poppers, but I don't really like spicy food. So I'm going to try to make my own jalapeno poppers. What is that Millie dog doing? I don't know what she's doing, you guys, but she's doing it. Okay, and I'm completely out of radishes, which makes me sad, but we'll figure it out. Ooh, okay, so now we're into the realm of spinach. We have the Matador spinach. Bloomsdale Longstanding is what I've grown every year for years, and I love it. But I also found a giant variety of spinach that I thought would be really cool for making, like, sandwich wraps. And then some amaranth, which I think is a grain, but this one we're growing for the beautiful greens. Oops, bumping the tripod. It is just beautiful out here today, you guys. Well, I've got to get the hose on again. We've got to get we were able to stop at the feed store, but I still haven't unloaded it from the car. And now we're almost done with the vegetables, at least. On to squash. We have a dark green zucchini. We have coccozelli, which is like a nice, like, ribbed, like whenever you slice it, they look like little star pinwheels. Ooh, some winter squash, some butternut squash. Like, what was that one? An acorn? Yeah, early acorn. Table queen, which I think is another acorn variety. And then we get into the summer squashes. So I really like the scallop zucchinis or squashes. They're very, very tasty, and I can't find them in the stores. And then I actually don't like any squash from the store lately. But then this is what I'm currently growing, which is that one plant that took up the whole bed, which I love. I love a nice, robust plant. And then I'm all out of tomatoes, you guys. Randy is having me order more radishes and tomatoes. And then I'm going to try watermelons. Like Randy's, we talked about it, because used to we would drive through, like, the back of the driveway and then out the front. I think I'm going to take that over for growing, though. So we got Sugar Baby, Orange Tender Sweet, Jano Silk, a yellow variety, Orange Glow, which is another orange watermelon, and then Crimson Sweet, there we go. And that is our vegetable seeds. Now this isn't including any sweet potato slips or potato starts or anything like that. And now let us go through and spy on the squirrel. The squirrels are fast. Oh, and then I also, peas. We have some snow peas, and these are they're so bulky they didn't fit in the thing. So we've got melting sugar snow peas, early frost peas. Those are all we have left. I've been planting the heck out of them this fall, actually. Okay, so now alphabetical order for the flowers. We have bachelor's button, balloon flower, bee balm, black-eyed Susan vine, some more borage, some calendula, and a playtime mix, as well as snow princess, which is just so pretty. And then the celosia, an eternity mix. I've never grown this variety before, but it's got red stems, and look at those leaves too, so pretty. And then a wool flower variety. And then some mellow yellow cone flowers, some echinacea, which I accidentally ordered double of, and then some yellow echinacea or paradoxa that I accidentally ordered triple of, and then I ordered more of the 4 o'clocks that I didn't realize I still had some of. And then we've got Strawberry Fields Gomphrena, and that's 2 of those. This is Strawberry Fields as well. This one is Strawberry Fields as well. The Mandarin Orange Gomphrena, the Globosa mix, which all of the Gompphrenas grew really well for us this year, and they flowered all through the heat, They flowered all through me being gone. You know, so I wasn't able to coddle them, and anything that flowers that reliably, they're perfect. I love them. Some hello yellow milkweed, some are just traditional Asclepias tuberosa, some moonflowers, these are the nasturtiums from years past that I've been growing, and I'd like to grow this variety as well, just because I'm going to try my own petunias from seed this year, because those are one of my most expensive plants that I buy, because I get so many. So it's like, if I can cut back on that cost. And then sunflowers. I love sunflowers, apparently. Some mammoth ones, which are, I feel like the workhorse of the sunflower. All these rest of them are like pretty, but these ones get those like giant scary heads and like look like a farm crop more than a garden crop. And some moonwalker sunflowers. Some more toothache plant. Oh, and then the zinnias, you guys. Oh my gosh. So we have Queenie Pure Orange. Hey little girl, what you got there? You chewing on a walnut. The Macarena, Purple Prince, Canary Bird, Persian Carpet, and Yellow Yarrow. So we don't plant all of them. These are years and years of collection of flowers, but it has helped us achieve. Well, it doesn't look very impressive from down in this corner, but I love it. But it's helped us by focusing on herbs and flowers. This has helped make this feel like my best garden all year, because even when there isn't something to harvest, there's something blooming. And I just absolutely love being able to come out here and see, you know, my rosemary and marigolds, and then the dayflowers and the mint and stuff. So this bed's gonna get a big revamp. I'd like to do it entirely in echinacea. That's why I have quite a bit of that, but like I think 4 o'clock's in echinacea, and I'm gonna have to time it so that there's always something blooming in the bed, but I think it'll be good. I also need to dig up those lilies that are over there because they're a little too dense, so I'd like to redistribute them through that bed. And yeah, so hopefully that bed will be just as colorful as that bed over there with the asters, and let's go take a look at it. But yeah, so you can see I'd like to plant things a little denser if I could. I wanted to give those hostas room to grow, kinda, but again, the heat, just with the sun hitting them and stuff, they didn't do so great. But we're gonna give them a really nice thick mulch and lots of rabbit and chicken poop that's been composted for through the fall, so hopefully they will grow back. Sorry, there's a bug trying its darndest to go up my nose. But yeah, we'll layer the compost, let it break down into the soil all winter, and so hopefully we'll have much happier hostas coming back in the spring. But yeah, that's one of the Mandarin Gomphrena there. It just didn't get enough sun, I think. But things were pretty sparse through this bed until we got down there. So I'd like to try to keep things from being quite so sparse. Really loved that sweet potato vine. It filled in nicely for us. You can see our little chamomile down there nice and low. But yeah, I loved how densely this was growing, because whenever it's growing so dense, I don't have nearly as much trouble with keeping up with the weeding and things. So the bees are just so happy, you guys. I don't know if the camera's picking up on them. They move so fast, but those nasturtiums, the smartweed, the chamomile, the pineapple sage. So it's nice to, yeah, here we go. We got some happy little bumblebees in there. Can't tell if they're bumbles or carpenters. Some honeybees wandering around. So and they've been friendly. They're good neighbors. But yeah, really, really happy. Oh, and there's some more asters back there. So it's just, I'm hoping that if we plant things nice and dense, that I'll be able to keeping me happy and not completely overworked, and keeping the bugs happy. But a lot of work to do. Oh, the leaves, you guys. That makes me so happy. So yeah, thank you guys so much for kind of sitting through. Well, I mean, you clicked on my face, you chose to be here, but I had a really good time sharing our pantry and our seeds and some of the dreams and goals and stuff for next year. So this is not our This Week on the Homestead. This was just a pantry tour and seed like update, but it gives us a spot of reference for this time next year. We can see where we were at and think about what we need to do and what we did do and what we ought to have done, and you know, different stuff like that. But thank you so much to our channel members for coming and hanging, or for all of their support. Thanks to all y'all for coming and hanging out. There should be our channel members over here on the side. Y'all are the ones that made us being able to stock our pantry like this possible. So thank you. Like, it's always been a habit of ours to, all the money that we've made all season through like vending, you know, and things like that, back whenever we vended more frequently, that it's at the end of that season, we're like, all right, let's buy groceries because we don't have work again until March. So we're still a little bit in that habit, but y'all really made it sting less to buy those groceries. So thank you guys so, well, it still stung, but that's fine. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see y'all in our next video. So until then, keep on keeping on. Mwah. Bye.